My name is Dominic Nar. I've been a photographer for almost 18 years now, and currently I'm based in Zurich in Switzerland. I used to be based in Nairobi in Kenya, and I covered the entire continent of Africa from there. Pretty much anything from Senegal all the way to Egypt, all the way to South Africa, and of course East Africa. One of the countries that really stood out to me was Djibouti, which is nestled between Somalia, Ethiopia and Eritrea, and sits along the Gulf of Aden and the Red Sea. Visually, Djibouti is very diverse. You have all kinds of geographical elements and geological elements that make the country super exciting. You have the desert, you have the salt plains and the salt lakes, you got mountains, and of course you have the sea, the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, which gives you the element of water as well. I think Djibouti as well is a bit of a secret place because it's not so obvious to go there. You don't have so many tourists, and you have the militaries driving around. It kind of gives you a different experience. You have anything from Americans to the Chinese, the French, of course. The French legionnaires are famously, training there. You also have the Spanish, the Germans, and also the Japanese have a base. So you have a vast variety of different nations that have military presence there. I think one of the things that was really interesting was being invited to go join the French military for an exercise, as well as one of the trainings, especially in the Grand Barra Desert. Already driving there through the desert with all these vehicles and the different dust, hitting us while we're driving through the desert was pretty fascinating. You had different helicopters arrive with special forces and jets flying over, and really quite an immense show was happening. But one of the interesting things was not just the show, but who showed up. And one of the interesting moments was when a Chinese soldier who's invited to view this exercise with tons of other people was photographing the French special forces landing, with helicopters. And that was really a great kind of duality of this melting pot where everything is coming quite close. It was fantastic to get them together. The Chinese are also heavily involved in construction. So not only do you see them within the military kind of sphere, but also just generally on the streets or in the construction sites, building universities, roads, the railroad, and the railways. One of the kind of important pictures was the new rail station in Djibouti. Because it was built by the Chinese, and the engine is a Chinese engine, and it's the link between Ethiopia and Djibouti that recently opened. So that was really important to document and see how that looks like. One of the topics, of course, were the ports. It took quite a bit of time to get access to the ports, but finally I did, and I was able to kind of move in all the different spaces there. Including climbing up to one of the towers to see the whole view from above. But actually the picture that really kind of made it all happen and showed the energy of the place was done at nighttime. And initially I only had a chance to go in daytime, but I told them, hey, this place is open 24/7. I want to see how it works. Nighttime work is sort of unusual, and it shows that it's always that the port is always happening. And so I got to go there in the evening. And the security crew that I was with was pretty relaxed, and I don't know, it was the end of the long day, and I managed to, really kind of play and with the different lights, and then suddenly there was also this sort of reflection from a pool of water and oil, and I remember lying down on the ground completely wet, and the guys looking at me like, what is this guy doing? But the way the trucks were aligned with the lights and the reflection of this scene just made the picture, and was happy to see it in the magazine.